was nothing. If YouTube had been around, Fufi would have been a star. Fufi was a little rascal as well. During the day, she kept the dogs in the backyard, which was enclosed by a wall at least 5 feet high. After a while, every day, we'd come home and Fufi would be sitting outside the gate, waiting for us. We were always confused. Was someone opening the gate? What was going on? It never occurred to us that she could actually scale a 5-foot wall, but that was exactly what was happening. Every morning, Fufi would wait for us to leave, jump over the wall, and go roaming around the neighborhood. I caught her one day when I was home for the school holidays. My mom had left for work and I was in the living room. Fufi didn't know I was there. She thought I was gone because the guy was gone. I heard Panther barking in the backyard. Looked out and there was Fufi scaling the wall. She'd jumped, scampered up the last couple of feet, and then she was gone. I couldn't believe this was happening. I ran out front, grabbed my bicycle, and followed her to see where she was going. She went a long way, many streets over. To another part of the neighborhood. Then she went up to this other house and jumped over their wall and into their backyard. What the hell was she doing? I went up to the gate and rang the doorbell. This coward kid answered. "May I help you?" he said. "Yeah, my dog is in your yard." "What?" "My dog, she's in your yard." Fufi walked up and stood between us. "Fufi, come," I said. "Let's go." This kid looked at Fufi and called her by some other stupid name, Spotty, or some bullshit like that. "Spotty, go back inside the house." Whoa, I said. "Spotty, that's Fufi." "No, that's my dog, Spotty." "No, that's Fufi, my friend." "No, this is Spotty." "How could this be Spotty? She doesn't even have spots. You don't know what you're talking about." "This is Spotty." "Fufi." "Spotty." "Fufi." Of course, since Fufi was deaf, she couldn't respond to Spotty or Fufi. She just stood there. I started cursing the kid out. "Give me back my dog." "I don't know who you are," he said, "but you better get out of here." Then he went into the house and called his mom and she came out. "What do you want?" she said.